the promise of the French system of assimilation and the reality. Sinasabi doon na biglaan pag-unawa o pagkakaroon ng kamalayan tungkol sa mga Asian na lahi, identidad at mga kultura, halaga, pati na rin ang mga malalaking pagkakaroon ay pagkakaiba sa mga pagitan ng pangako ng sistema o asimilasyon ng Pransya at mga actual na karanasan ng mga tao. Halimbawa is isang tao mula sa dating kolonya ng Pransya, tulad ng Alegria, na lumipat sa Pransya ayon sa sistema ng mga asimilasyon na minsan ay magiging bahagi siya ng lipunang Pranses at tatanggapin siya ng pantay-pantay. Ngunit sa aktual na buhay, madalas siya nagkakaranas ng diskriminasyon, hindi pagtanggap tulad ng trabaho at edukasyon dahil sa kanyang lahi at kultura. So, ang cultural assimilation is the process by which individuals or groups from one culture adopt the practices, values, culture, and norms of other, gradually blending into it. So, for example, is nag-ado ka sa South Korea and may ma-adapt ka dito nga kaunti-unti, like ilang language and the way sila magbayo, ilang costumes, mga language, wika, and negritude is a culture movement that celebrates African identity, heritage, and culture while rejecting colonialism. It was developed by the black intellectual in the 1930s. So halimbawa dito is ang tula ni Amy Césaire na pinapakita niya kung ano ang kasaysayan ng Africa. And racial discrimination is the unfair treatment of individuals or group based on their race or ethnicity. It involves making decisions or taking actions that disadvantage someone because of their racial background. So for example is isang kumpanya na hindi tinanggap ang isang aplikante dahil sa kanyang lahi. Kahit kwalipikado siya, hindi nila tinanggap kahit kwalipikado siya dahil sa kanyang lahi.
Effect of colonialism. African colonialism defined by introducing a monocultural economy for the territories. Ang ekonomiya ng mga kolonya ay Afrika ay pinipilit na tumuon sa mga isang produkto, halimbawa ng cotton, kakao, guma para sa mga export sa mga bansang kolonyal. Nawala ng pagkakaiba-iba ang ekonomiya, kaya't naging mahina at umaasa sa mga bansang kolonya. Halimbawa, kung ang isang kolonya ay nagtatanim ng lamang ng cotton, kung bumagsak ang presyo ng cotton ay pandaigdig merkado, malaking problema ito para sa ekonomiya ng kolonya. Dehumanize African labor force and trades. African to work in a colonial plantation at very low wages, displaced them from their lands. Dehumanize labor force. Ang mga manggagawa ng Afrika ay tinuring ng mga mura at madaling palitan. Halimbawa, ang transatlantic slave trade at ang sapilitang paggawa ng mga plantasyon ay ang mga halimbawa nito. Hindi sila tinuring na tao kundi bilang mga kasangkapan sa paggawa. Ang forced labor at low wages. Ang mga manggagawa ay pinipilit na magtrabaho sa mahabang sahod at masamang kondisyon. Halimbawa, sa South Africa, ang mga manggagawa itim ay magtrabaho sa mga minahan ng ginto at diamante sa mga napakababang sahod at mapapanganib na kondisyon. Ang displaced from the lands, ang mga katutubo ay pinalayas mula sa kanilang mga lupain. Halimbawa, sinakop ng mga Europe ang mga lupang angkop sa pagsasaka sa Kenya at South Africa na nagdudulot ng wala ng tahanan at kabuhayan sa mga katutubo. Apartheid State Development Population Registration Act of 1950. Classification of South Africa, Bantu, All Blacks Africans. colored, those mixed rice, white in complication and in rice, Asian Indian immigrants. Population Registration Act of the 1950. Ang ibig sabihin naman, ang batas na ito ay nag-uuri ng mga tao sa South Africa ayon sa lahi ng Bantu, Colored, White, Asian, Indian. Halimbawa, dahil ito ay iba't ibang karapatan o oportunidad ang mga tao depende sa kanilang tinatakdang lahi. Ang mga itim ay mas kunting karapatan kaysa mga puti. Group Area Act of 1950. Ang batas na ito ay naghihiwalay sa mga lugar na tirahan ng mga negosyo ayon sa lahi. Halimbawa, District 6 sa Cape Town ay dineklara ng mga para lamang sa mga puti. Kaya't maraming di puting presidente ay nagpalayas sa kanilang mga tahanan. Separate Education, Bantu Education Act of 1953. Ang education ay pinaghiwalay ayon sa lahi. Halimbawa, ang mga paaralan para sa mga itim ay mas konting resource at mas mababang kalidad ng edukasyon kumpara sa mga paaralan para sa mga puti. Ang layunin ay upang sanayin ang mga itim para sa mga mambababang antas ng trabaho. Groves Area Act of 1950 established resident and business insection in urban areas for the each rice member of South Rice were barred from living, operating business on lands. Separate education established for the on-whites and Bantu Education Act 1953 provide the creation of the state-run school, gold-run children for the manual labor and financial jobs or the government demand.
Literary forms. So we have a oral literature and the written literature. So when we say oral literature, also called as orature, have flourished in Africa for many centuries and take a variety of forms, including folktales, myths, epics, funeral digest, praise poems, and proverbs. Oral literature. So we have here the myths, epics, funeral digest, and proverbs. So in myths, it is a traditional stories often passed down orally that explain natural phenomena, societal norms, or cultural beliefs, frequently featuring supernatural beings and events. So the purpose of the myths is they serve to explain the world and human experience, often offering moral lessons or reflecting societal values. So example is in Greek mythology, stories about the gods like Zeus, Poseidon, and the Hades, as well as heroes like Hercules and Odysseus. Next is the epics. So when we say epics, it is a long narrative poems about heroic deeds and important historical events, like the epic of Gilgamesh from the ancient Mesopotamia and the Ramayana from India. Next is the funeral dirgest. So funeral dirgest is a song or poems of lamentation and grief typically performed at funeral or memorial services. So example is a dirge by Cristina Rossetti. So this poetic dirge that begins with a poignant question about birth and death. So it is reflecting on the passing of life. Next is the proverbs. So proverbs is a short, memorable sayings or the puzzles. Written literature. Written literature is a literature that is recorded in a fixed form, such as on paper or parchment, as opposed to oral literature, which is passed down through spoken word. Example. So novels, plays, poems, hymns, tales. So first, let's discuss about novels. So novels is a long-form prose fiction that develops the characters, settings, and the plots in a detailed manner. So example is the works like George Orwell's 1984 or Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice fall into this category. So this is the subgenres are historical fiction, science fiction, and the romance
romance. So next is plays, genre, lyric. So the poems is literary works written in verse to express emotions, thoughts, or ideas writing, through rhythm and figurative language. So example is sonnets by Shakespeare's or Maya Angelou's modern poetry. So the subgenres are sonnets and epics also. Next is hymns. So the definition is sacred. Songs are poems written to praise or worship a deity or convey theological themes. Example is traditional Christian hymns like Amazing Grace or ancient hymns from various cultures. So the purpose of this is to often use in religious or rituals or worship settings. Last is tales. So tales is a short story often rooted in oral tradition that conveys morals, cultural values, or entertainment. Examples are fairy tales like Cinderella or African folk tales. So the subgenres are legends, myths, parables, or fables. So each of this is contributes uniquely to the literary world by exploring human experiences through diverse styles and the purposes.
And that's the end of our video lesson. Thanks for watching.